Hello, in this week's weekly English practice, we're going to be talking trash.
Hello and welcome to the weekly English practice from English Coaching Project.
Oh, the washing machine's on, so now it's time to take the rubbish out. Paper, glass, bottles, plastics, and everything else. This is a trash can or litter bin. That's where you put your litter when you're walking in parks. These are pneumatic rubbish collection points or something like that. Oh, look, and a bottle bank. Because there's an underground system here and you drop your rubbish down these chutes. Here's a whole recycling station. Damn, I forgot to bring my cooking oil with me. Damn, I have to come back. Here we've got plastics. Oh no, that's general rubbish. Plastics and paper. Oh, I think that one needs to be emptied. And these are wheelie bins. As you can see, they are bins with wheels. And these specifically, I think, are for the glasses and bottles of those bars and restaurants you have in front. So this week's weekly English practice isn't really about talking trash or about rubbish at all, really. It's actually about, well, it's a quirky story about a wheelie bin that was taken on a guided tour around town. It's a very strange story, but it's quite funny and it's full of useful vocabulary. Don't throw your rubbish in there, that's for umbrellas. That's not a bin, it's an umbrella holder. Well, here I am at the Carlingford having a quick, whoa, and I always do that, Jesus. Here I am at the Carlingford having a quick coffee. Look at the text, look at the article, read the text, and then answer the questions at the end of the article. You've got many ways to send it, by email, by WhatsApp, by any means necessary. However you can, just send it to us so we can talk about it together. We can chat about it. Thank you very much for watching. Bye, have a great week.
Australian asks neighbour to take the bins out. Karl Stanojevic got a text asking him to take his Queensland neighbour's bins out. So the photographer took wheelie bin number 6 for a spin round town. Australian man Karl Stanojevic might be the world's most considerate neighbour after he was asked to take the bins out and dutifully followed the request to the letter. The practical joke began when the 54-year-old photographer from Mackay in Queensland received a text message from his neighbour, Nick Doherty, who works remotely, asking if Stanojevic would be able to take my bins out, please. Karl joked about taking the bin out to local restaurants and bars. The next morning, after it was emptied and cleaned, Stanojevic decided to follow through on the banter. "I've known Nick for 2 years," Stanojevic said. "We catch up for a beer when we can and have a chat and a few laughs. He's a beautiful person. You'd do anything for him. He said, 'Take my bin out.' If he had said, 'Put my bin out,' it would just have been a normal day in Mackay." Grabbing his camera equipment and thinking like a tour guide, Stanojevic proceeded to take the number 6 wheelie bin on a big day out on Wednesday. To start with, they took a walk by the duck pond before taking care of some chores, stopping at a hardware store to pose with the staff, doing some shopping at the local supermarket, and making a quick trip to the local tip. After this, they took in some sightseeing and a bit of self-care. We went for a massage and then to a tattoo parlour to get a couple of extra sixes on the bin. Then we stopped at the pub for a coldie. Along the way, the bin stopped for a selfie with a band of local cleaners, a surf lifeguard, and a garbage truck driver. There was a quick trip through the drive-through at 3 separate restaurants and to make a call at a phone booth. It wasn't really talking to anyone, Stoyanovich said. It was just talking trash. At one point, they were approached by 2 local council workers who were concerned they might have stumbled across a theft. After a 5-hour jaunt, he reported back to Doherty to say he had completed his task. As proof, he sent through an album of photos he had taken to preserve the memories. Doherty was reportedly blown away by the favour, though Stoyanovich says that since his bin has become a celebrity, Doherty is now afraid to put it out again, for fear it may wander off on another adventure. We've definitely put a hell of a lot of smiles on people's faces, but I wasn't expecting this to go around the world. It's good that it's taken the focus off all this heartache with these lockdowns and COVID, and that's the idea of it, he said. Here are this week's questions. Who puts the bins out in your house? Why? Have you ever played a practical joke on anyone? Or has anyone played a practical joke on you? How do you share the other chores in your house? Is there a reason for that? Can you think of a funny story to tell your classmates or a coach?
Thanks for watching, but don't go away because there's a quick joke coming up. This is a quick joke from English Coaching Projects. And we're going to talk about rubbish and islands. I'm going to take the rubbish out later. In North America, they would say trash. If you're walking in the streets, don't drop litter. Put it in the litter bin or the trash can. And did you know that Ireland is an island? In fact, on that island, there are 2 islands, the Republic of Ireland and Northern Ireland. And in between the island of Ireland and the island of Britain, there is the Isle of Man. Got it? Here's the joke. One man says to his friend, "Hey, did you know that there's a big island made up of rubbish floating in the middle of the ocean?" And his friend said, "Come on, you can't talk about the British like that." Have a great day. Bye.